got another one of these trigger mechanism doobie firkins, and what I need to do now is build the housing like I did in my previous slingshot rifle thing. I need some box section, and I've got some, but it's a bit long, so I need to cut it down to 3.5 inches. Now I've bolted the trigger mechanism onto the top of the box section, I can lay it on here and measure out the length. An average sawn off shot, bleep, so I don't get banned, is around 18 inches. So if I measure from the back of here to there, that's 18 inches. So I need to cut this around here and here, but I'm going to mark it. So watch me mark it and then watch me cut it. Thank you. So now that's all trimmed down, what I want to do is cut a little recess out of here so the barrel sits on the box section, but protrudes out the top slightly, which you'll have seen on the thumbnail, obviously. I'm not sure I like the way this looks, so what I'm going to do is add something to try and make it look a way that I like that it looks. Like my wife probably wishes she could do with me. But with me it's not as simple as just adding a piece of steel. You'd have to add something else. But I'm going to go cut this, because I've marked it already, because I did it off camera. It's getting there, isn't it? But it's just... I need a handle for it. It needs to be curved. So I need to find something curved. I've just found this guy from the experimental sling bow thing, which I'll link, probably not. And I think that'll work. I was going to put it there, but I'm thinking... So I need to weld that on there, obviously. Because it's not just going to stay there. While that cools down, I had an idea for the handle grip part, the back of it, which I want to do with bike chain. And I don't know why I'm explaining it to you, because you'll see in the thumbnail, so you'll know better than I do. Well, at the moment. Anyway, so let's clean this off. with an acetone bath. Oh, got a headache. While that cools down, I'm going to concentrate on the guard part. And I did order some checker plate, but when it arrived, it was just steel with no checkering on it. So I can't use that. However, I found this guy, and no, I'm not in prison. It's a mesh shelf thing, and I want to use this edging. So I'm going to cut this off. Join me on that journey. It's magical. Now it's time to start on the trigger guard, and I've got this bit of Meccano, which will look nice, maybe. I know you've probably been thinking, where the hell has that guy gone? I haven't seen him in a while. Well, it was the last clip for you, but for me it was quite a while. So I've made this little bracket, and now I've clamped it all on here, and now I'm going to weld it. So to the welder, which you've just seen me on, I think. I can't remember. We'll see. Now it's time to watch as I slot this guy into this hole. Ooh. Now you'd pay for that subscription, wouldn't you? With a little love tap of the hammer, that'll sit in nicely. I've seated it so it's a friction fit, which I've probably already said, and now I've said it again. But what I need to do now is cut this little nubbin off, because I hate it. I was actually just looking at this guy and thinking it looks pretty plain. So what I'm going to do is weld a cog on either side so it looks fancy. And then it'll look like one of them high-end versions with engravings on. Put 3 coats on there, which should be enough, and it'll be warm at least. Front arm and the trigger mechanism are stainless steel, so I don't need to spray them because they're not going to rust, because it's stainless. I've also adjusted this little elastic thing. I had to cut about 2 inches off there. There's a magnet in there so I can load it with shot. I picked up 1,500 3mm balls to act as shot, which cost me £50 in English money. But there's not many there. By comparison, there's only 38mm balls in there. So I'll probably use a bit of both for the testing. But let's go put everything together now.
year is it?